front door slams and the fighting fades into fireflies and drops of rain. I can see her now, flying through a field, thunder at her heels.
Patsy and Dave are the long and short of it. They released a song just in time for the Wear Purple for Domestic Violence. And I have to say, guys, that every day should be attributed to recognition of domestic violence.
Oh, absolutely. Prevention of... Oh, hello, by the way. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
G'day, Darren. How are you?
G'day, Dave. G'day, Patsy.
We're very passionate advocates of support any campaigns that are around prevention of domestic violence.
The new single's called She Runs. What got you involved in Wear Purple Day for domestic violence, and what sparked your interest in particular, if we can talk about that?
Well, the song was pitched to us quite a few years ago. It really sort of struck a raw nerve with us, I suppose, in the fact that the clear message that this song put out. And it is a kind of a beautiful song with dark lyrics, and that was kind of how it was pitched at us. But because we're so passionate about the adverse effects of domestic violence, we just knew straight away that we had to record this song.
The reason we sort of picked it, obviously, for this time frame is that the Week Without Violence is a campaign in Melbourne and other areas within Australia. And then this song will probably, hopefully, lead into November, which then becomes 16 Days of Activism from the 25th of November, which is a worldwide campaign, you know, to bring to the attention of everybody the issues associated with domestic violence. And unfortunately, this year, the focus of the campaign is going to be femicide, which is, of course, issues around murder and the difficulties that are being very much prominent, brought to the attention recently with COVID and everybody locked up. And there's been a lot more, you know, unfortunately, domestic violence in the communities that we deal with. And you asked a specific question around, both of us are very passionate about this. I was very fortunate to be nominated to be on the honour roll for women in Victoria, and the minister that was responsible for inducting me, I guess, she was a very passionate advocate around the prevention of domestic violence, and all of the women who were on the honour roll, we all band together and then we all swore that we would, not in the bad sense, that we would advocate for prevention of domestic violence around the world, in Australia, in our own locations. And Dave and I have actually done that. We've been, you know, for example, when we were up at Mildura, we addressed a whole lot of counsellors and very prominent people within the community around the impact of domestic violence in that community. Unfortunately, they have the very high incidence of domestic violence in that region. And so with our music and where we travel around Australia, we also carry a banner to talk about that, the issue, and hopefully make it a very prominent issue so that the leaders within those communities actually band together and stop domestic violence from happening. It's a big problem, and, you know, I'm so thrilled that we actually recorded this song so that we could highlight the problems associated with it.
The song is called She Runs, and I often think when people hear a song that touches very close to heart, whether it's an experience or that, you know, something that's personal, very emotional to them. But I think sometimes witnessing, and you guys are singing the song, can you see when it's hitting more than just a feeling? There's something really, that real connection because it's hitting close to home?
Yeah, absolutely. You can see the look on people's faces, and you can almost feel the tension that people have felt in their own lives when we sing the song. It sort of paints a lot of vision, and I think that, you know, there's this imagery every time we sing it that really rings home a lot of truths, and it's often a subject that people find hard to broach. That's one of the reasons why we recorded the song.
Particularly from a child's perspective.
Yeah.
This song is about the impact on children, and it does paint, as Dave said, really strong imagery when you hear the song, and he's quite right. The lyrics and the passion in the song, I think we can see certainly a lot of reaction from the audiences that we perform in front of with this particular piece.
Although, you know, the lyrics, I suppose, are quite dark. People just love the message that's contained in there, and the fact that this song makes people more aware of the impacts that, you know, domestic violence can have on especially children.
sometimes awareness is the best thing that we can do. Is there any way people can find links or so forth via your pages?
Yes, absolutely. So the 16 Days of Activism, which is easily found on any Google search or any search on the computer, and that gives a daily activity, I guess, around activism and insight into the problems that the world faces as a consequence of domestic violence. So those links are easily available on a web search, but we'll certainly make sure that they're on our website as well.
Folks, if you need to reach out, there's always those support places that you can do to do that. And I love the way you say it's in a message, because the message is in this song, and we might play this song now. And if anyone wants to know more, follow what's going on, an easy way straight to the long and short of it website. You'll find all the details there. Are we going to Tamworth next year, Dave and Patsy?
Yes, we are.
It was a little bit doubtful a couple of weeks ago, but yeah, we've got a few things happening there, and it feels strange if we didn't. So,
and it's a big 50 years, and yeah,
because it's the 50th, I think we must.
Yes, we must, and we're both double vaxxed. You'll be pleased to know, so we'll be able to travel.
Yeah.
And aside from the performances, it's about catching up with all of our friends and fans, and it's a fabulous festival, so we're looking forward to that. Yeah, we haven't been out of Victoria for such a long time. And,
everyone I'm speaking to is certainly looking forward to it, and so are we. We're going to play the single now, folks. It's got a great message. This is the long and short of it, and She Runs. Thanks, Patsy and Dave.
She runs to the sky, her arms open wide, the stars